This course is about stress first aid for self-care for caregivers. The stress continuum model acknowledges that people are likely to phase in and out of different zones of stress. The green zone is the good to go, ready, fit, connected, well-motivated zone. The yellow zone is when the person first starts to react to stress. As we move into the orange zone, generally what you see is that people feel that there has been some fundamental change in themselves. They often feel that they are out of control of their emotions or behaviors, and usually the orange zone is linked to different types of stressors than the yellow zone. The last zone is the red zone, which is when a person gets an even more persistent or severe pattern of symptoms or reactions. The qualities of this zone are that they're much more persistent and long-term and have a bigger effect on a person's functioning. So the hope is that if you're able to use the framework of the stress first aid model, you may be able to catch some of the reactions that you're having more frequently or earlier on and engage in better self-care patterns so that you're not cycling downwards into more persistent distress patterns. The stress first aid model was based upon a request from Navy and Marine Corps to build a peer support and self-care model. So the 7 C's of stress first aid end up being check, which is regular self-assessment, regular looking and listening and observing red flags that you may see in yourself so that you know that it's time to engage in some self-care activities. Coordinate is the next stress first aid action, and this involves getting help in situations where you feel like you're really struggling. And then cover, or getting a better sense of psychological safety. The next one is calming, just engaging in simple, practical ways to calm yourself down. The next one is connect, where you get support from others, or change your social network in order to get different types of support. Following that is competence, which is boosting or fostering a sense of self-efficacy. Finally, confidence maps onto hope, and this is restoring a sense of optimism, meaning, self-esteem, or faith that nourishes or supports you through difficult times. So actually, the actions of the stress first aid model are meant to be used as needed. It's not necessary to use all of them. So it may be that you just pick and choose whenever you feel that one component of stress first aid is helpful for you. But it's also helpful to keep in mind the full model, because you might be leaving off a potential source of comfort or a source of fostering of strength that you hadn't thought of. So if you keep the entire model in mind as you're functioning through daily life, it can help give you different ideas about how to care for yourself and become more strong and resilient.